Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. Good to see you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com. Jenny, how are you? Welcome. Yeah, good morning. I tried to go on live earlier and it just wouldn't let me go. So I had to turn off my phone, restart. But we are here. I won't disappoint. I promise I won't disappoint. But then again, I'm biased. I probably say that all the time. It's little guy kind of day today, you know? I got little guy's t-shirt on. In case you don't know who little guy is, little guy was my dog. So T-Money, wow, T-Money is up too. Wow, that's what happens when you hit 21, you know. I won't disappoint though. I'll go through it quick. Again, shout out to my oh man, I got this gift. Flip this. My goodness, this is so cool. Flip the switch from Joan Robinson, and these cards are so money. Can I tell you how cool these cards are? Can I just talk about these cards for a second? You know how like there's tarot cards and stuff like that? These are like motivational cards. How cool is that? And you get to pull one every day. So I think she's got a sale going on or something, like buy one get one free, I think. So check out her website. I can't wait. I mean, I am so excited about these cards. This is so cool. I'm gonna pull one every day. So and then thank you for the book and you know what the message said inside? Let me give you this real quick. It says, shine your fight. I love that. That's really cool. Thank you, Jones. I appreciate that. And let's get going. So, you know, this is actually a perfect way to segue into what I want to talk about today. If you're joining me live, let me know you're here. You got to drop a comment so I know you're here. Otherwise, I wouldn't know you're here. How do you pick a mentor? You know, with all the gurus and the murus and the coaches and the moches and all that stuff around, how do you pick your mentor? Well, that's a good question, huh? Like, I did a live on this just a few months ago, but I'll give you, not on this whole topic, but what I'm about to say is that, you know, just because you help a couple people out and you give them recommendations, suggestions, they like it, they go do it, that doesn't really make you a coach. You know, that probably, you know, shouldn't like label yourself as a personal coach or a brand coach or a, you know, like a life coach when your whole life is in a blender, you know. That's just my personal thought, but hey, you do you, you know. But with all that being said, there's some real good ones out there, right? There's some really good ones out there that are like solid, right? They deserve to be called a coach, right? Or a mentor. But then there's so many of them. It's not like there's only two of them. You know, there's like a good few dozen or 2 dozen maybe solid trainers and mentors and all this stuff. So how do you pick them? I'm going to give you my three, okay? Not my three mentors, although I could give you those. But I'm going to give you my three like platforms how I choose a mentor, okay? And I think you'll like it. But before I do, Bruce Lee said, when the student is ready, the teacher will what? Appear. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Now, if you really think about that statement, what that really means is that, I'll give you this example. How many of you remember a teacher from your grade school? Drop it like a me or something like that in the not a meme, a me. Saying that for T-Money. Yeah. Do you remember a teacher, like in your all these years, you probably remember like one or two teachers, right? Why? Because they stood out to you. The rest of them you don't even remember, right? You may remember like, and a neighbor may be a teacher, you know, but you may not even remember anybody, right? Because they really didn't have that effect on you. The very first teacher I remember in high school, okay, I don't remember, I actually remember our principal in grade school back in Iran, but I remember the first teacher that noticed my stutter here in US, Mrs. Brown. I never forget her. My ESL teacher, right? So you've had those teachers that kind of maybe one or two that like really stand out to you, but there may be other ones that, you know, I don't remember. But how do you like choose a mentor nowadays, these days, right? So I'll give you my three. The first one is that every mentor, like a real, did you catch that? A real mentor, a real coach would have a story, right? You gotta have some kind of a, to me, this is, remember, this is my standards. It's not like you can pick and choose whatever you like. But to me, they gotta have a story. You can't just, like, I can't just open up a book and say, oh, there's Joan, the leader. Yep. Oh, she didn't go through anything. Oh, well, that's cool. Like, that's not somebody I would like to follow. You know what I mean? They have to have a story, a thick story, like a juicy story, like something like, man, this was a Rocky Balboa movie, you know, in the real life. They went through stuff. For me, they gotta have a story, like their past, their story. It's gotta be relatable to me. I gotta connect with that story, right? Somewhere, somehow, that's gotta touch me, right? The other thing is, the story is where they have been, right? This is the part, where they have been. That's important to me, right? And it's not that I'm gonna judge, it's just I wanna know, right? Have they been in the trenches? Like, I'll give you this example. I used to be extremely raw, right? Like extremely green. And I remember, I'm not gonna name any names, but I remember I paid this one network marketing trainer $89 a month. This is back in 2014, 15, which that was kind of not even, you know, $89 a month. And he had never built a business in network marketing. So I was dumb. I never got that. Like I still to this day, I'm so, like I get ticked off for a second. I'm like, I can't believe I did that. You know? So they gotta have where they have been. It's gotta be relatable to me, right? Somewhere, somehow, it's gotta connect. The other thing is, where are they going, right? Like if it's a mentor to me, if I'm going north and they're going south, that's kind of, what am I gonna do? like Talladega Nights. I don't know if you guys watched that movie with Ricky Bobby. I love that movie. So like, I don't know what to do with my hands, you know? Like, what do you do? Like, this guy's going south, you're going north. It's like, that's not it, right? So it's got to be in line with where I'm going and where they're going, right? So where they have been, where they're going, it's got to be kind of relatable, right? And the bridge, money. There you go. That's why it's team money. If you're not first, you're last. What do you mean? You can be second, you can be third, heck, you can be fourth or fifth. If nobody knows what we're talking about, shake and bake. That just happened. But anyway, I totally digressed. So the bridge between the two for me, though, it's not enough for them to have a story and where they're going, but the bridge for me is how they are getting there. I love that movie, dude. Like, I literally love that movie. They're getting from where they've been to where they're going. For example, I'll give you an example. Let's say they have a rags story. Rags story. I mean, they've been through this, to rich story. I got this. But how they got there is they became a heart surgeon. It's like, doesn't even make any sense to me. It's like, why would I go and listen to that? I don't want to be a heart surgeon. There was a time I wanted to be, right? So I wouldn't listen. That's not, like, that doesn't work for me, right? Or if somebody's successful in, let's say, they're a chef, right? They're just amazing. And it's like how they went from zero to owning a major restaurant, and this is how they did it. It's like, I can't relate that. That's not a mentor to me. Now, I pick up the story and I enjoy the here and there and all the stuff that I'm supposed to learn from it, but that wouldn't be a mentor to me, because I'm not gonna get into restaurant business, right? So for me, it's important where they come from, where they're going, how they're getting there. And you know what? All this stuff, and here it comes. You ready for this? All this stuff is going to lead to, because all this stuff could be great, but I still got one more filter. I really do. And this is my next one. And I'll tell you who I've chose. You guys know the ones that I follow, and I truly feel like they are my mentors and coaches, right? But my next filter is all that is great, but my next three is this: your principles, your values, and your morals. See, in our space, got there, not necessarily what they do, maybe. I'm going to tell you that, religious. Religious? Which part is religious? So, did I totally miss, like, bunch of comments? I think so. I'm going to have to go back. But principles, morals, and values. And here's the thing. And I'll tell you why. Because in my space, in direct sales and network marketing, in coaching, which I'm kind of transitioning into, I want to get into, there's a lot of ugliness. I'm going to straight up tell you. There's a lot of stuff that people don't tell you. When they want to recruit you, they don't talk about all the dirt behind the scenes. It can be, like anything else, a dirty business. People could steal your people. People could buy under, the different names and do two different companies just because they could do ugly stuff. They could lie to people and recruit them. They could lie to people about the products and the services and cheat them into the opportunity. It could be a really dirty business. It could be really dirty. I know everybody talks about how wonderful it is. Oh, let me help everybody. I want to help people. Yeah. Behind the scenes, sometimes ain't so pretty. So you got to be careful, right? And here's the thing. You develop your own culture within your own team, your own environment. So what you choose, what you pick, you kind of trickle down to your team, right? So, YPR, yeah. I didn't want to bring them up, but yeah. So, and I'm telling you, there's people in prison doing time because they lied to people. Have you heard of Ponzi schemes? Give me $500 in 2 weeks, I'll turn it into 1,500. How? Don't ask how, just give me the 500. Have you heard of those guys? Yeah, those guys are behind bars. Literally, like literally. Two companies' names just literally popped in my head, right? So it can be a really dirty business, right? So where they've been, where they're going, how they're getting there, and what are their principles, their morals, their values? Are they really like good freaking human beings? Like, are they in it for the good stuff? Are they in it to really help the people? Are they really in it to share a good product or opportunity and be completely truthful with people about it? Which Jenny had mentioned to me. There's a good live subject that I got to talk about, this whole side gig business, and I'm going to do that actually, Jenny, tomorrow. I'll talk about that tomorrow earlier so that you can hop on. That's a great subject to talk about. But you know, there's all that stuff. So for me, that's important. You know, because here's the reason why it's important for me, because if I'm going to choose a mentor, and if it's somebody that I'm going to follow, I'm not in this business to make a couple $1,000s a month. Some of you are, and that's amazing. That's wonderful. I just kind of have chosen to just go for it, you know? Let's just see what we can do, right? There's people making millions a year, so they've paved the way. I like to go see what happens, right? Some of you are not going to go for that. Totally cool. For me, it's important who I pick and choose because of what I've chosen to do. If you've chosen to make a couple $100, $500, you probably don't even look for a mentor. You're like, what is a mentor? Where do I put my hands? You know, I love that freaking scene. It's so funny. Right? You're like, what is that? But for me, that's what's important to me. Like Bruce Lee said, you know what? When the student's ready, the teacher will appear. What that means is that when you know what you want, so good. When the student is ready, all these times you've gone through school, you don't remember anybody, right? When the student's ready, the teacher will appear. When you know what you want, you can pick your teacher, your leader. That's what that means. When the student's ready, the teacher will appear. When you know what you want, when you know you want to take this class, you're going to go to that class and the teacher will come and then it'll teach you because you took that class. When you know what you want, if you know the mentor, if you know the route you're going to go, and you got some foundations that got to be there, those basics got to be there for you to choose and pick a mentor, then they'll match up. What you guys think about that? I'm all about mentorship and being a coach and a leader. I just have an issue with when I go through LinkedIn and Facebook and other profiles. It's like coach. It's like, come on. You know, come on. So those are my basics. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. Hey, where have they been? Where are they going? How the heck are they getting there? Like, is it in line with me, or are they going to rob a bank, or are they going to become a surgeon? You know what I mean? It's like, are they going to buy a lotto every day? You know, like, how are they going to get there? So that's got to be like all like match up with me. And then, hey, their principles, their morals, their values, are they like in line with me at all? Or are we like on two different planets? Right? And if all those come together, then it's like, dude, it's like a match made in heaven. It's like, why wouldn't you match up? Right? What's going on here? Don't digress. So yeah, does that help? Does that help with maybe choosing a mentor, a coach? Hopefully that helps. Maybe you can drop your thoughts, your input down below. Notice I didn't say that. Does that make sense? What? If you didn't catch last night, go catch it. It'll make sense. But yeah, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. I think it's important to pay attention who you. Hey, I'll leave you with this. You can have a mentor that can lead you completely to like hell, off the cliff. That's a mentor too. Hitler was a mentor. Some of you guys may not admit that or may not like that, but he was. He just wasn't a very positive one. So choose your mentors really wisely because, hey, you choose the wrong mentor, it's like a whole different ball game. You're into a whole different crowd. So it's important. So hopefully you guys got love. Thank you. Hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback. You feel like it was worthy of sharing, do what you gotta do. Jenny, much love for sharing. And yeah, I'm looking forward to reading your going back. Well, I'm looking forward to reading some of the comments, although I will read all of them. But Team Money, Anyway, hopefully you guys got some love. And and I am Sean Azimi signing off with Side Gig Sean. Until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.